Do you think this drone flight is legal? Someone shared a graphic explaining their situation, and it raises a really interesting question. The pilot recently moved into a single-family home within an HOA in Southern California. On the map, the greenhouse is their property. The black dashed line marks the boundary of HOA-managed land along a dirt path, and the red flight path shows the drone taking off from the backyard, briefly crossing HOA common property, flying around an estuary while staying within sight, and then returning to land back at the home. The drone is a sub 250 gram DJI Mini 4 Pro. The pilot has completed trust, and the flight is recreational, with the goal of taking some scenic photos for a digital photo frame. They also noted that the estuary is not protected by any federal, state, or local regulations, and that the HOA CC&Rs do not mention drones or RC aircraft. So with all of that in mind, let's find out whether this flight is actually legal. Now, this scenario confuses a lot of drone pilots because it sits right in that gray area between FAA rules and local property issues. From an FAA standpoint, this flight generally looks okay. The FAA controls the airspace in the United States, including the airspace over HOA land. So the fact that the drone briefly flies over HOA-managed property does not automatically make this flight illegal. If the drone is being flown recreationally, in visual line of sight, below 400 feet, clear of people, and in legal airspace, then from the FAA side, that is usually fine. However, just because the FAA allows the flight doesn't mean there is zero risk. One of the biggest variables in this entire situation is that it's in an HOA. Now, the HOA doesn't control the sky, but they can regulate the property they manage on the ground. That means they may be able to make rules about launching, landing, or standing on HOA common property while operating a drone. And in this example, the pilot is launching and landing from their own property, not HOA common areas. And the CC&Rs don't mention drones, so briefly flying over HOA property isn't automatically illegal. Another simple thing they could do first is give their neighbors a heads up before flying so they don't get any unnecessary complaints. So, is this flight legal? Based on the facts provided, from an FAA standpoint, probably yes. And from an HOA perspective, it doesn't look prohibited either. Let us know what you think of this situation, and if you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Until next time, blue skies and safe flying.